This Lion fan base have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Washington football team and the Detroit Lions. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. On first down, Goff. Five yards on the game's first play, second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. First carry for DeAndre Swift. Powers through him.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Goff. Got an open man. It's Foster. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 37 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Goff. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Goff a handoff here to Swift. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Lions will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run. It's Gibson.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
On 2nd down, it's Gibson. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll run with Gibson. Fights through him. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
A pair of 1st downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. A handoff for Gibson. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 48 yards rushing for him now as he has started this wild card round with a flourish. They'll run with Gibson. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. This time Ryan will throw. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they're likely to force a field goal attempt.
And his kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, That would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. A shotgun snap for Goff. Steps away to his left. And Goff picks up the first down and then wisely slides to the ground to avoid the contact. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Washington 3.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
52's the mark, boys. 52. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. That's into the hands of Khalif Raymond. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On second down, Swift. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. Back to throw, Goff. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big play there on the catch and run. On first and 10, it's Swift. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
14, Washington 3. Boston Seibert set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it first and 10. They go play action with Ryan. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. 20.
It don't even matter, baby. It don't matter.
Touchdown, Washington. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to 4.
The score, Lions 14, Washington 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in.
He's got a man, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there for Detroit.
Big plays always wind up being a big... theme as we get rolling these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, well, they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, and you think about the man in charge, their head coach, this marking his first ever playoff game as the head coach, and you wonder what's going through his mind right about now.
Brandon, I think we both agree that he's had a great season, and we wouldn't be surprised at all to see him get plenty of Coach of the Year votes. I thought he took the right tone in his weekly press conference, though. Played it cool, took the reserved angle, and when you don't have the track record, I think that's the exact right way to do it.
Again, Goff. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
He's at the 40. Past the 20.
He's going to make everything happen.
And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. A big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 17-14. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
Let's go, at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive. Then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
He'll let it go deep for Foster. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big play there for Detroit.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
From the red zone now, Goff. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Quick toss by Goff is complete. And in for the Lions touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Makes the score Lions 21, Washington 17.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Ryan. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by a Fitu Melifonwu. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that, because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Now Goff taps his forward. That's a jet sweep. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
Cameron Pearl brought him down. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. On 2nd and goal, Goff dancing to his left. And this is incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Now Goff. Forced out to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Michael Brocker's in on the stop.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Ryan. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Play action, Ryan. They'll roll him out right. It's caught by Jackson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It was Duke Dawson on the tackle, the second-round pick in 2018.
2nd and 6.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Here's a give to Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Austin Seibert set to kick off.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Gibson. And down to the 36-yard line here. 84 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Play action. It's Ryan. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Matthew Ioannidis able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Goff eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Gone. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there for Detroit.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Here's a handoff to Swift running left. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Sliding out of the pocket. Bryant with a catch right side. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Trucks over him, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Swift. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. DeAndre Swift saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Seibert on for the PAT. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score Lions 28, Washington 20.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
They go play action now. Ryan. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield, and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Tressway now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Fielded at about the 28. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Play action. It's gone. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10.
Listen.
Now it's gone. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 30.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. So 2nd and 10 now here in the third quarter from Detroit. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Here's Ryan to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down, that they would be looking his way, and they did for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now here's the call. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Here's Goff. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Goff on first down. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll get inside of Washington's 15 before being taken down. A big play there for Detroit.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam. But notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
On first down, Goff. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Once again, it's Swift.
And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
A 27-yard down.
Seibert able to knock this one through.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. They'll run on 1st down. Gibson. The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action with Ryan. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now Ryan. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's got enough for the 1st across midfield to the 48. Now it's Ryan. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
But Washington looked to get this one back, and indeed they did. They will still have possession.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Ryan slings this deep from McLaurin.
And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Ryan. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 31-yard line. From the shotgun, Ryan. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu.
will get to him, but a great return has set him up first and goal at the 5. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a second and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. Second down and goal. Goff. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift there to make the grab. And the Lions continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And at this point, maybe you say, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion. Meanwhile, Ryan's throw taken in by Samuel. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Ryan. He's going to let it fly. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Here's Ryan. Flushed out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. Here's Ryan going to fire this out wide. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Jordan Matthews there to make the grab. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this will be covered up by the Lions, and that might just about seal the deal. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And they will take a knee here. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.